There's been so many great albums released in country music over the last few years, but one album that I keep returning to is Julie Roberts' Ain't in No Hurry. And let me tell you, this is a traditional country lover's dream. When Julie Roberts released her first album, Breakdown Here, that was back in 2004, I was completely floored by that album. That record just became a part of my life, and even then, I thought it had this timeless sound. Everything from the lyrics, the production, the song choices, the background vocalists, everything was flawless, and it's one of those albums I still think holds up great today. And Julie Roberts, she was the it girl in country music during that time period. You could see her on The Tonight Show, Good Morning America. She was on the cover of the US Today Weekend magazine. It's been quite some time since we've had brand new music from Julie Roberts. Her last release before this album was in 2013, so when she began revealing on social media that she was in the studio, I was so excited. I was thrilled that new music was on the way, and then she announced the producers of the album, and it kind of took the anticipation to a whole new level. Shooter Jennings and Erin Enderlin, they teamed up with Julie to produce this record. In September of 2022, we get the first single, and it just happens to be a duet. Music City's Killing Me, that is where Julie teams up with Jamey Johnson. And this song, it pretty much sets up the tone for the rest of the record. It's really heavy on the traditional country. This album was released in October of 2022, and it just took one listen, and I knew that this is an album I will keep in my collection forever. There's a fantastic duet with Randy Houser on here. You've got a great mix of up-tempo songs, and of course, for me, the country gold ballads, they are the highlights of this album. And for all of you Waylon Jennings fans, this is a really cool story. Shooter Jennings, he tells Julie about a song that his dad, Waylon, had started to write and record, but he never finished it. It just kind of always stayed around in his musical archives. So Shooter, he asked Julie if she could finish writing the song, which she did. The song is called Devil's Pool, and it's unlike anything she's ever recorded. Definitely a highlight from the album. And Julie Roberts, she's always been able to write or record songs that have a unique flair to them, and nothing on this album is chasing any kind of trends. They recorded this album over 6 years, and Erin Enderlin and Shooter Jennings, they did a remarkable job producing it and putting it together. Sometimes you see artists try to act like they're still in their 20s and they're releasing vapid and trendy music to try to remain commercially relevant. And this is not one of those albums. This is an artist who knows who she is, and that comes across on this record. For me, The King and His Crown, it features that classic storytelling that we love about country music. There's also a song called When You Wake Up in the Bed You Made. It is absolutely my favorite song from the album, and I love playing this one on the radio. There's also a cover of Do Ya, that's the big hit from KT Oslin from back in the 80s. KT was an artist who only recorded about 6 studio albums over the course of her career, but they were all masterpieces, and it kind of went to prove that it is always quality over quantity. And that's the case with Julie Roberts. She recorded 2 albums that were released on major labels back in the early 2000s. Then she released 2 more great independent records. She had a holiday album, and she's got a couple other singles out. But she gets to do things on her terms, and she's the one who gets to call the shots. Ain't in No Hurry, this is an album I want the whole world to know about. If you're a country fan, I know you're gonna love it. She has physical copies on her website, and then of course you can stream it online as well. She's been touring in support of this album, as well as doing some 20th anniversary shows to celebrate her debut album, Breakdown Here. So if she comes to your area, be sure to check her show out so you can hear all of these great new songs. If you've listened to the album, let me know which songs were your favorites. I would love to know. But be sure to stream Ain't in No Hurry by Julie Roberts, and be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode of what's going on in country music. You can listen to my syndicated radio show across the country with Amanda. Be sure to visit my website to find a station near you. And I want to thank you for listening today, and I will see you in another episode very soon.